Welcome back to Rare Elvis Photos. We're going to read some comments and play some comments on Billy Stanley's video, his latest appearance for his conversation. So while we're reading through these comments and featuring all of you that took the time to write these comments, I'm going to go play a song here, something I wrote and recorded for Elvis called There's Only One King. That's Elvis.
There's one king above all, a light that never fades, a name that we call in every prayer we say. Through every storm we face, he stands tall and true, lifts us up with his grace, and shows what love can do. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Only one king that guides and frees us. Every eye closed and every hand raised. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Set Elvis up on stage. In the darkest of the nights, when hope seems all but lost, his light it shines so bright because he took up the cross. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Only one king that guides and frees us. Every head bowed and every hand raised. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Set Elvis up on stage. In the darkest of the nights, when hope seems all but lost, his light it shines so bright because he took up the cross. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Only one king that guides and frees us. Every head bowed and every hand raised. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Set Elvis up on stage. He gave his life for us so that we all may live. Only one king, that's Jesus. Only one king that guides and frees us. Every head bowed and every hand raised. There's only one king, that's Jesus. Set Elvis up on stage.
All right, we're back. So thank you so much for leaving those comments at 6240LEA. Hello there, but if you're ever going to have another interview with Mr. Stanley, I would like to hear his opinion on the 2027 autopsy rumor. All right, we'll ask him about that. Carolyn Brosmer, I love you, Billy. Thanks for showing us the good side of Elvis. You never talk bad about him, which is great. Almost all of the others talk bad about him, and it breaks my heart. There's no reason for us to have to hear those things about a man we love so much. Thank you, Joe, for having Billy on your podcast. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, the best one ever. I hope you do as well. Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Baby, I love you. That's a great song. Oh, my God. I love the story about the three of you pouring the vase of water on him to wake him up. And the Pink Panther escapades. Hilarious. That was funny. I really enjoyed that, too. Hey, Ruby. Amazingly heartfelt conversation with Billy. Always good to see you on here. Billy, you showed real emotion. Thank you so much for sharing your memories. And that's very important that we understand that. Billy's coming on, sharing all the years that he was around Elvis. And it's great that he chooses to focus on the positives. Like you said, everybody has a bit of a temper here and there, and and they have their sides, but he focuses on the love of Elvis and the faith. Merry Christmas, Billy. Thanks, Joe. Merry Christmas, Joe. Made it to the end. If Derry was on the screen, he would have said that Elvis was just popping in to make the screen blurry when Elvis was speaking. You are so right about that. It's funny. I think Billy might even said that Elvis was playing around with him. And I think that the video turned out a little less blurry than it really was. When Billy and I were looking at it, it was like, my goodness, there was nothing we could do to fix it. And then Elvis had his fun with us and stopped. While we have some more wonderful comments go by, let's go ahead and play another song that really that I wrote that I wanted to focus on Elvis, called Elvis is Alive in All of Us, because you know what? We are more polite, we're more loving, we're more kind, we're more generous because of Elvis. That's why I wrote this song.
I'm in a blue suede dream tonight, and feel the rhythm come alive. My heart beats to every Elvis song. On my turntable I turn on. Hound dog echoes in my veins, jailhouse rocking through the years. We're all the part of him that red remains as we wipe away our tears. We say thank you to the mailman, say our grace and our amens. Live our life in God we trust. Yeah, Elvis is alive in all of us. Feel the tremor in the night, guitar strings start to hum, and the stars up there so big and bright as Elvis starts to strum. We say thank you to the mailman, say our grace and our amens. Live our life in God we trust. Yeah, Elvis is alive in all of us. A blue moon in the sky, can't help falling but don't wonder why. Elvis' spirit never dies in our soul. For all our lives we say thank you to the mailman, say our grace and our amens. Live our life in God we trust. Yeah, Elvis is alive in all of us. Yeah, Elvis is alive in all of us.
Sarah Angel says it seems that Linda and Elvis shared a genuine, loving friendship. Thanks for that comment, and your name reminds me of that song, Johnny Angel. Johnny Angel, Shelly Angel, how I love her. She's got something that I can't resist, but she doesn't even know that I exist. That was Shelly Fabreras, and which is interesting. You know, the fact that she made movies with Elvis, and I didn't realize that she's the one that sang that song. And I loved that song growing up. You know, I grew up in the 80s, and other kids were listening to Guns N' Roses, and I was listening to that kind of stuff. Hey, Diane Ward, this video was so loving and wonderful learning about the real Elvis. And hey, I'm sorry, I know some comments went by while I was fooling around singing that song. That being said, you know, I want to focus. Yes, sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I always heart it and like it if I can, okay? So, talking about taxes, Elvis never took a tax break for all the charities he gave to, says Sandra, or the people he helped. He felt that you give from the heart, and if you get something back, that's not the spirit of giving. Very good comment there. I appreciate that. While we're on the subject about giving from the heart, Elvis Presley loved his mother. His mother loved him so much. That's why I wrote this song.
She held him close to her heart from the very start. Through every joy and fear, she kept him near and dear, with a love that's pure and true. In everything she'd do, a mother's guiding light shone through the Elvis night. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Holding her hand, he found peace, and all her worries would not cease. There shares a bond that never fades, it loves me tender shades. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Holding her hand, he found peace, and all her worries would not cease. They shares a bond that never fades. He loves me tender shades. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. With every note he'd sing, he danced on her heartstrings. A melody so sweet made their bond complete. Oh, Gladys loved her son until her big old heart gave out. And there's no greater love than a mother's love. Yeah, there's no greater love than a mother's love.
Sarah Angel, you're back. I agree with Billy about Elvis. Alive BS. It's disrespectful. You know, like I said in the video, I understood where people came from back then, after Elvis passed away. For about 8 to 10 years, you could think, okay, well, if Elvis is alive, maybe he does see his daughter. Maybe he does see Priscilla, back when we kind of thought Priscilla was still really the love of Elvis's life. And so going in the witness protection program, the idea of that, and then Elvis going to Hawaii all the time, and Lisa and Priscilla were taking trips to Hawaii all the time, you thought, okay, there was some potential there in your mind, so you weren't trying to be cruel, you know. But at the same time, would Elvis do that to his fans? That's the other thing. Only if he was forced to, but he would never do it to his family. Blake Pup Spider-Man, Baby Yoda 8432. I love it. Great interview, Joe and Billy. Billy, I just love all the stories. You're such a genuine person. You and Elvis are so lucky to have had each other. God bless you, Billy. Great comment there. Kathleen Weiderbacher, I love hearing how proud you are of your brother, Elvis. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you and your family. That's a wonderful comment. I'm sure Billy appreciates that. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing your comments. And if you're not featured in this one, I hope you're featured in the next one. TCB, TLC, this is Rare Elvis Photos.